Hey everybody, Marshall Apologist here again. I was just going to make a video, hopefully kind of quick, that's better, that goes over something right quickly here about savings. I know I kind of got onto this one was a little bit odd. I know some people that are really happy that Bernie Sanders is running for president, and he has a right to do that. Everyone has a right to vote for him if they have the right to vote for anybody for president. Um, but I can't stand the very idea of Bernie Sanders coming anywhere near being president. The fact that he's a politician of any sort just deeply offends me at my core. Um, and that anyone would actually listen to him is insane to me. But be that as it may, uh, somebody had posted something about how much they like Bernie Sanders and they like the idea of him being president and having Nordic socialism being the only way to move forward in the world. And one thing led to another, and we eventually got into a conversation that veered a bit. But one of the things that was mentioned was that this idea of savings, at least in terms of corporations having lots of money that's just sitting there doing nothing. That's not true. Nobody does that. I've mentioned it before in my other economics videos, but it keeps coming up with socialists, so I guess I'll just kind of treat it as its own thing. I'll probably label this something like, what is savings? Savings is a loan, basically. Doesn't matter how I'm saving. Anything other than turning it into gold bullion or physical dollar bills or some kind of asset that I'm burying under a mattress that will not appreciate, it is completely impossible for me or literally anyone to save money in any modern sense that doesn't still circulate in the economy. Because what it is if I'm investing in a company, let's just say I buy some stocks, to keep it really simple. I'm buying stocks that is for me, that is savings. Okay, I've tucked some money away. I didn't spend it on products and services that I want to purchase for myself. I lent it to a company. I invested in a company. And for borrowing my money, they pay me interest, hopefully, in the form of the value of the stock. That'll, with any luck, increase, right? I'm taking a risk, but that's the idea. Uh, when I do that, hypothetically, they are taking my money that they need for some reason, and they are doing something with it. Okay, if they take my money and they themselves do not spend it on R&D to buy resources to do whatever to pay people, etc., they'll take it and they'll put it in a cash account. A cash account is not literally cash. Businesses don't do that. A cash account will go into a bank. Even if it goes into a bank or I directly put my money in a bank, same thing happens. The bank takes my money, they hold it, they have it, they lend it out to other people. Now, the way in which they lend it out to other people and the way that that gets circulated around is very convoluted. It can be very, very complicated. And there are different ways that they do it. It doesn't really matter for my purposes here. The point is that money doesn't just they don't just get a bunch of dollar bills individually and put it in a big vault. You know, fractional reserve banking these days. They don't just have physical bills that represent a one-for-one correspondence that they have on their books. That is all just in a big vault. They don't do that. They have to keep a certain percentage, and that's it. That's a topic for a whole other video. So the deal with that is that regardless of what's going on with me saving my money, in whatever format it may take, that money is being lent. Now, who borrows money? Really? I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm giving it to the company and the company's giving it to somebody else or whatever. Ultimately, it ends up in the hand, and very, very quickly, it ends up in the hands of a borrower who needs it to purchase goods and services, to pay people, to do whatever. And I have no idea why, but that was never explained to me properly by even my own economics professors. Most talk about savings as either spending now or spending later, and that's not the case. For me, expending now or spending later, that's my option as an individual. But when I choose to spend later by investing or saving my money, for someone else, the recipient of that somewhere down the line is spending it now. And in today's economy, I mean, I could put $100 into the bank, and not very traceably, but still realistically, that could end up in the hands of someone getting a home loan today. It could be within the same 24-hour period. Someone has already spent that money, and it wasn't me, and I still have it, or at least I have it owed back to me in some form or fashion. Um, so that is what savings is. Savings is lending, and you don't lend to people who don't spend. I've never taken out a loan that I didn't need the money for right then. If I didn't need the money, I just wouldn't have taken out the loan. It's very expensive to take out a loan. So why would I do that if I wasn't going to spend it? Same thing with everybody else. I mean, unless you're a moron, you don't just take out a loan for the heck of it. So no, they need that money. Somewhere, someone needs that money to spend. So no, the idea that everyone has to spend to get the economy running as an individual is wrong. The economy needs people to be spending. The question isn't who's spending it, or the question isn't should I spend my money. The question is who should be spending money on what to become or to lend themselves to being in a more productive and more efficient economy. And that's a very different kind of thing. And I understand it's a bit more complicated to actually pin down, but yeah, guys, I promise that's how it works. 100% of the time, every time. I may come across an economics book one day that actually states that. I don't know. Currently, I'm starting to get just my toes good and into Adam Smith's The Wealth of Nations. Hopefully that'll elucidate a bit for me, and maybe I can pass that on in a video. I don't know. I really like the subject, and I really hope that I'll get a lot better at it as I go. And I might change my mind about a few things, but so far, not so much. Anyway, thanks for watching.